he bowls with both hands as well, not at the same time.
Thankfully.
Thankfully, but he can bowl. Oh, he's blaming his bat now.
Yeah. Or he's prematurely signaling that he's got a 50.
Bowler in again. And this one's, good slow ball.
A little bit of a dance there from Ritik Tomar. First towards the leg side and then coming back towards the offside. My recommendation to the tank would be just stand still, wait for the ball. It's not coming to you.
He can't hear us though, Sean.
We'll have a chat after the game.
That's better.
There we go, another single there.
Yeah, he tried to drag that one. That was almost wide, and he tried to drag it onto the onside. Not the right shot. Chris Pearce there with his dodgy haircut, coming in, offering a new bat to Sid.
Sid has a few different bats, and he doesn't like that one, so he sent Chris Pearce back with the original bat.
It's not quite to the Honey Gory level of having new bats though, where he has about 6 or something in his kit.
Well, Honey Gory official is the big star, so we know that his 6 bats are definitely needed.
He's not playing this tournament. He spends half his year. Oh, this could be out. And it's 6. Straight at Stefan in the...
He's hit it straight to the fielder, and the fielder has palmed it over.
Yeah, that should have been caught.
Should definitely have been caught. Santosh here on the boundary. Big chance.
He's looking at us, smiling. Should have been caught. And really excited. That's in the air. The keeper's getting to it, and it's safe, right in the middle of no one.
And they're coming back for 2, and Ritik has just managed to run through there.
Oh, he's taking his chances, isn't he, Ritik?
And Santosh is still looking at the commentary tent, looking for a few pointers there, Santosh. Shaking his head now. Possibly came forward a little bit too much. 2 big chances against the tank. Maybe United CC will rue both of them.
Arpan is the new bowler.
And he's got hold of that one, and that has gone for 6er.
It's a nice hit. You can see the normal boundaries. If you have a look, you'll see that the flags where the normal where the boundary is today, and you'll see the normal boundary here. We have extended the boundary. They're quite long, but you can see how far it's in for this tournament.
Ritik would have been looking at that last ball, little smirk across his face. It's exactly what he wanted. Nice full toss, gentle pace.
He's still not as fluid as what I've seen him. In saying that, he has got 20 off 8, which is pretty good.
He in the first game of the local T20 competition, he hit 42 of 12 balls, Ritik Tomar. So he definitely has the strength and the ability to go big, and he's hit that one.
This will be cut off there. Looking for 2, won't get it. That was poorly run too. If they'd gone earlier, they would have got 2.
It's not too many opportunities to go for 2 on this particular ground. It's usually 1 or 4.
Especially now.
And Sid's looking for that same area where Ritik just hit a boundary, wasn't able to execute the same skill. And that is the end of the over. Yeah, I see one of the United fielders with I wouldn't call it a headband. I would say it's more of a beanie, just to illustrate how fresh it is out here at Limoges.
It's the breeze. There's a fresh breeze. We're nicely. It is a beanie, isn't it?
It is a beanie.
We're pretty sheltered here from the elements. We've got a tent with a backing, so we're not exposed to the elements as much.
But we're definitely exposed to the big hits.
And there's going to be more of this over, I think. Ritik. Ooh, good bowling.
And again, does that little dance towards the leg side.
Yeah, Neelish the beanie boy. Neelish Pandit.
Neelish seeing that, just putting it outside off stump. Just stay still, the tank, and you're going to hit through the line.
Squeeze down on it, just a single.
Cramped him for room on that occasion, and the bat just coming down in time.
They're still going at 10 and over. It's not bad. The 50 is up on the last over for Vinarati. It's not bad, but they want to see some acceleration from here. But it's been reasonable bowling.
And that's a nice shot through the
Oh,
offside.
that's lovely.
1-2 step, playing through the covers for 4.
Yeah, he picked the gap beautifully. That would have been 4 on any ground, I think, Sean.
Definitely. Went through like a tracer bullet. Very nice shot there from Sid. All hands. That'll give him some confidence.
So do you think we'll see Voita Harsha coming in soon? He's also a big hitter.
Voita is a stalwart of Czech cricket, one of the first Czech cricket captains. He's a native Czech with Australian roots, I think, if I can put it that way.
Yeah.
And everybody knows Voita in the community. Sid in the last ball just missed that one, and they came through for 2 wides there. It was called a wide. And the tank back on strike. Big shot straight.
That's going to be... Oh, well done. Good fielding there by Arpan. He cut off the 4. Very good fielding. Pretty a bit frustrated.
He'll be frustrated that he didn't get the boundary there. Fantastic fielding by Arpan. United CC will take a lot of encouragement from that really excellent piece of fielding as Sid decides to adjust his footwear.
Did we just hear something about Venga Boys? I don't know if you picked that up.
Venga Boys, it's an Australian band, isn't
No,
it, Dan?
Spanish, aren't they?
Oh, okay.
The Venga Bus is coming?
The Venga Bus is coming.
Definitely not Australian. We don't have Venga buses in Australia. I have no idea what a Venga bus is.
We'll have to have a look that up later on, and we'll tell all of the viewers. Sid looking for another boundary off Pandit.
Charges him, and it's good bowling again.
Did he get a little scratch on that one?
I think he might have. I heard something. Keeper didn't take it.
Keeper's been a little bit porous, and that's been kind. No pace offered from United CC at all. None of their bowlers having any great speed.
That one's down leg side, it's a wide.
Sid will take the wide, but that was kind of a easy scoring opportunity with just one deep square fielder, no fine leg. Could have got 4 runs there, or helped himself to 4 runs.
And again, this one inside edge, it's gone past the keeper. Not much you can do about that. Just a single.
Sid just struggling for a little bit of timing. A few lovely shots. This one, big swing, inside edge into the pad, and that wrong-footed the keeper with his 2 left feet, unfortunately. And the calls from the Vinarati side are just rotate the strike. Still going at 10s, so 1 boundary and over with a few 1s and 2s gets you that 7, 8, 9 and over that you need to compete, as Santosh comes in again for us.
I think they need a big over here, Vinarati. Oh, it's edgy. He's hasn't carried to the man at is it fly slip-ish? Short third man, would you call it?
Short third man. Was definitely a possibility of an overthrow there if the batsman had been looking for it. It's what we're trying to instill at Vinarati, is running between the wickets, the value of the single.
It is very important. Well, this one's in the air, and it could be out. Player under it, and he's dropped him. Never looked like taking it.
Looked very uncomfortable as they come back for 2.
Again, it's poor running, almost a collision. They were ball watching. 2 runs though.
It's the second drop chance for United. Ritik, the tank Tomar, is he going to punish them for that?
You know, if you get a batsman like Riddick who can dominate an attack and can hit big, I mean, he hasn't been timing it well today, and again, just not timing it. But he can be devastating, the tank. You can't afford to drop him. But other players, to be honest, it's basically a dot ball in this format with 10 overs. It's good to get wickets to get new batsmen in, but it's really not as important as in longer forms. Even T20s are more important to get wickets. In this format, not so much. This one is to the bowler, to the man. Sorry, at
Long on there.
Long on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Short long on, as we would call it on this field. A shock doing the fielding and throwing it back to Santosh. Sid still using the same bat as before. Hit that one slightly better, but it's just going to bounce short of long off.
You know, neither of these batsmen are really timing the ball very well, so could have been a catch on another day.
If he had just committed, you're probably getting a just to it at that point. Tank just looking for that gap between point and backward point as they come through for another single.
Yeah, 10 off the over from Neelish. It's a bit slow going, and I think it's the bowling really has no pace on it, as you mentioned, so it's difficult to hit through the line. Good timing is always handy, but it's been difficult to time the ball.
I think with Ritik and Sid, you have two players that are predominantly bottom-handed players, so they're going to be looking towards the leg side as Ritik goes there again to the fielder on the square leg boundary. I would be perhaps talking to the guys about a little bit more finesse. If you just drop that into the leg side, you can probably get two instead of really hitting it all the way to the boundary. So maybe some clever cricket here from Sid. Just drop it into the leg side. Right.
I don't think it's in his mind though. He's bowled him. Bowled him.
Not waiting for the ball there. Siddharth Good. Similar dismissal to Chris Pearce. The ball coming at a snail's pace and he just swung through the line. Just hasn't looked so fluid, Sid.
No, I think with both of these, actually all three of the batsmen so far, I found it difficult to time the ball. So we'll see what Fred can do here.
Fred is a little bit more of a technical player. Definitely can go big. The one thing that I would say about Frederick Heidenreich, and I hope that I've got that right, Fred, you can tell me on a later date, but I believe that's the right pronunciation, is that he does take a little while to get going. He needs maybe 4, 5, 6 balls and then really gets into it. But a really good option here at number 4, so let's see how he goes.
That's not a bad start. That's 4 runs.
Doing exactly the opposite of what I've just said, which is great. First ball, boundary, 4. Not taking those 4 or 5 deliveries to get into his stride. See ball, hit ball.
There's still a bit of movement with this bowling, actually. Just looking at that previous wicket, it moved away slightly and then cut back in. A nice ball there from the bowler. Neelish.
It's these Readers balls, obviously doing a little bit more in the air and off the pitch than the balls that we use in the local T20 league.
And that's Fred just dabbing it down. Oh, they look for 2. They should have put pressure on. That's poor running.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some words that need to be had with the Vinerhadi batsman. Siddharth Good, the captain, needs to talk to his charges, run the first one hard, and then there's definitely two there.
It is poor running, isn't it? I know that Riddick wants to strike, but still. At this stage of the game, you've got to take everything. Again, mistimed. You're right, he is very bottom-handed, Riddick.
Just unfortunately can become a little bit predictable. Asking for new gloves, Rittig.
I don't know what he's asking for. No, it's a new bat. He's blaming a bat as well.
Okay. So Fred's area to go big is straight. So let's see how he goes here. And there we go. 6.
That's a nice shot. It was more timing than brute strength, I think.
I think what you saw there from Fred that you didn't see from Chris Pearce and Siddharth Good is that he waited for the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
The ball is not coming on. It generally doesn't come on to the bat at Vinoj. It's slow and low. He waited for it and then hit through the line. Very nice, elegant looking shot there.
We had about 3 months here with very little rain, and the pitch was playing quite quickly. Some of the pacier bowlers were getting a lot of lift and a lot of carry, but we've had quite a bit of rain in the last couple of weeks, and now it's gone back to low and slow. So yeah,
it's nice to see a Vinoj surface that's responding to the elements.
Yeah.
That it does vary, and that you don't have to just basically get on your front foot and hit through the line. But with very little pace on offer, the ball's not going to bounce too much.
Especially if you bowl full tosses, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, Rittig again, just not timing it. Maybe trying to hit the ball too hard.
I think that's spot on there from you, Danny. Just hitting the ball, trying to hit the ball way too hard. Maybe Fred can show him the way, like with that last 6. Just wait for the ball, hit through the line.
Still going at 10 and over.
And he's done well there.
Oh, that's a lovely shot straight.
Big encouragement there from the sideline. Siddharth Good encouraging Fred. Very nice shot straight. Bisecting the 2 fielders on the boundary there and almost hitting us at the commentary tent.
Yeah, it's what they needed. They needed somebody to come in and just hit a few boundaries. United doing well though. Been impressed so far, apart from the fielding, the catching, I should say. That one's kept low.
And that's where Fred needs to be just a little bit careful. Again, not a lot of pace on it. Front foot is the way to go.
Bowler comes in again. This one is squeezed out to deep cover, just a single.
Finnerhuddy already looking towards the 100 mark. They'll be happy with how things have gone. Not too many shots in anger. And as I mentioned earlier, they do have a very good bowling unit, so they'll back themselves to defend anything that they score 90 plus.
That one's a full toss. That'll be 4 runs.
That'll be 4 runs. The official, Pete Vincent, signals 4. And the square leg umpire is actually just having a chat to Pete Vincent, and they may be calling a no ball here.
They are calling a no ball.
But it may not be for height, but it could be for the fielding restrictions, but it's not a no ball.
It didn't look like a problem height-wise.
No, it wasn't a problem height-wise. The discussion was about restrictions, but they had 4 in.
And this one's in the air again. The player under it. Will he take this one? Dropped it. Never look comfortable again.
Got a run too.
And that's better running. But yeah, the United catching, letting him down again.
And again, those basics in cricket being so important. If you've been able to dismiss Rittig when he was on about 5 or 6, you probably saved yourself there 20 runs.
Well, it was almost the first shot he played, wasn't it? The one they hit down here to the fielder at long on. So
those drops can be expensive.
He's moved on. His strike rate looks good, but it's been a scratchy innings.
When you score 36 off 21, it's okay to be scratchy, but we must emphasize this is a very small ground.
Be interesting to see what the United batsmen do. Bowler in.
Ashok coming in for a second over, and Fred has gone big.
That's going to be caught. It is. They finally held on to one. He made up for it.
So Santosh taking that one, making up for his drop earlier in the day. Fred with a very, very quick fire. 16 off 7 balls. And who do we have here? We have Voita Hasha.
Yeah, Voita won't die wondering. He can be a very clean hitter of the ball.
He definitely can. We all remember the 118 that he scored in a T20 game a few years ago. I was there. It was sparkling, to say the least.
Yeah, I don't know how I could describe Voita's batting. He often looks very classy and then looks very average within the space of 2 balls. Would that sum it up?
Yeah, I think you would sum it up as, and they've come through for a second.
Bit of comedy cricket there.
I'm not sure how to describe that one. The ball was hit to the fielder. The fielder attempted to throw it in and then threw the ball up in the air. And while the ball was up in the air, they ran 2. Very interesting. Ritik again looking for that leg side area, and he's got it through the fielder.
Yeah, definite fielding practice that I think is what United need. They are a new team, and it's often difficult to organise fielding practices here. The facilities here at the ground are lovely, but we are quite a bit away from the centre of Prague, so getting together for fielding practice is more difficult.
And the ground is not so well connected with public transport, so it is difficult to get out here. Even the national team struggles to have proper fielding sessions.
Yeah. Just squeezes that out. That's gone back down to backward square leg, and that's 4 runs again. Again, poor fielding. Tried to pick that up one-handed.
So if there's any kids out there, that is definitely not how you pick up a cricket ball. If you do want to go one-handed, make sure that you do have a foot behind it in case you miss it. Otherwise, the trusty long barrier is the way to go.
In the past, this ground's been very bobbly, I think would be the best way to describe it. But it's much better than what it was. There's been a lot of work done on this ground. Ridiculous hit that one again. It's a badly missed time.
And they're going to come back for 2. They're going to try and run out Ritik.
And they'll get him too. They'll get him. No, not out.
Pete Vincent has said no. That was really great running. One thing that I must say about Voita is he's very athletic. You see there, even before the ball has reached the batsman, he's backing up.
Yeah, he's running into danger, and good throw by the fielder. And Riddick struggling the tank. Whoa, that was close. You can't give it out if you're not 100%.
And the tank shifting into 5th gear there, rolling along.
It's not about speed with tanks though. It's about is it the torque? That one is.
It's just kind of rolled through and
what you
just
mean?
Demolished the stumps there. And
you mean the
keeper.
tank? The tank has rolled through.
The tank he's been rolling through this bowling lineup. The tank. That's what you have to do when you've decided to choose the number 333. Got to behave like Chris Gale.
This one is again beats him. Oh, what's he doing?
And
that's it.
And that was a lovely ball to finish from United. Great Yorker. The tank missed it, and Voita was actually not able to get on strike.
Yeah, so that run out looked very close. It only really cost him a run. Hope it doesn't come down to that one run.
Let's hope not. But great innings there by by Ritik Tamar, and for everybody who chose him in your Dream 11 teams, as per Mr. Maximo's suggestion, I think that you got good value there. 48 off 26 balls, and Vinorati finished their 10 overs 104 for 3. Do you think they'll be happy with that, Danny?
I don't think so, to be honest. It looked very scratchy. Maybe the conditions are just more difficult and it's holding up a little bit. There was definitely no pace on the ball, and I know that players like the ball coming through and hitting through the line.
Staničku, slyšíš mě? Teď mluvím do on-airu. Mikrofon A. Halo, halo. Ano, slyšíme se. Ano, slyšíme se. Ptal jsem se kam, jestli jako do on-airu nebo do toho talkbacku, takže asi do on-airu, takže... Dobré, a teď mluvím do on-airu, raz, dva, tři, hej, 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 raz, dva, raz, dva, raz, dva, raz, dva, a raz, dva, raz, dva. Nebudu říkat žádné prosté anglické věci, aby se náhodou tam někdo nepokakinkal z toho, nebo něco takového. Raz, dva, tři, hej, 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 raz, dva, raz, dva, raz, dva, raz, dva, raz, dva, raz, dva. Jak se máš? Jak se máš? Hej, 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 raz, dva, tři. Raz, dva, tři, jsem zvědavý na dnešní oběd, jestli nedostanu nějakou plívu. Jasně. Druhý sluchátka, raz, dva, tři, mluvím, test, raz, dva, tři, raz, dva, tři, raz, dva, tři, mluvím do on-airu. A teď konc do on-airu. Halo, 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 raz, dva, tři, raz, dva, tři, raz, dva, tři, hej, 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 raz, dva, tři, raz, dva, tři, raz, dva, tři. OK, rozhovorový mikrofon, raz, dva, tři, ale teď já tě vlastně neslyším. Rozhovorový mikrofon, raz, dva, tři, teď už tě slyším, mám sluchátka, takže slyším sám sebe, slyším se asi i z auta, takže předpokládám, že funguje. Dobré, jdu ke kameře?
Ano, díky.
OK, super. OK, everything's perfect.
Fantastic.
It's yours, all yours.
Lovely. We are good to go.
Looking cool there, Dick. Did we mention the tank enough for you? Hey, Shub. How you doing? Good. You good? Very